it's a very counter status quo message. Not many people are saying it. And I think it's really important to consider and to think about like, hey, if you've tried a lot of diets and you still have acne, it's probably not what you're eating. Hello, my healthy friends. Welcome to my channel. My name's Malia Josephine, and in this video, I'm going to talk about how what you eat is not causing your acne. I know, it's crazy to think about, but what you're eating is not, it may not be the main reason why you have acne. So this video is designed, it's talking to people who have experienced chronic acne over many years and who have tried lots of different things to heal their acne and they still have it. So the way I'm going to break this video up is first just by giving a little background, who am I, why am I talking about acne, and then really just dive into, what I've learned about eating and how it relates to acne. So a little background story, I pretty much didn't have acne all throughout high school, all throughout my early 20s. A little bit here and there, very typical. I started getting acne after taking hormonal birth control, and this was partly compounded after having some chronic digestive issues over many years. I talk about it a lot. I'll link some stories up above. But basically, I had really intense acne for 2 to 3 years all over my face. And that acne, the extremeness of that acne healed. And now I have kind of like low grade acne where it's like I still have it chronically on my face. It still has not gone away, but it is nowhere near what it was before. Okay, so this is what I've learned about eating and how it relates to acne. I want to make this video because I think this is so important for you to know if you have struggled with chronic acne and have been trying to heal it with your food. Now, I'm going to give some disclaimers. Disclaimer number 1. Yes, it's possible for food to affect your skin. I am not denying that at all. If you have a food intolerance, like dairy, like gluten, if you have insulin resistance or sensitivity to sugar, that may affect you. 100%, food is thy medicine. The food that we eat influences our skin. What I am arguing in this video is that for people who have had acne a long time and have tried a lot of different diets and a lot of different remedies, I'm gonna guess that food is not the main reason why you may have acne. I know that it was not for me. So this is why, that was the disclaimer, okay? Sure, it happens. For some people, what you eat really makes a difference. But what I know from my experience is that there is this mentality. It's toxic. It's a toxic mentality that if you have chronic acne, it's your fault and you're causing it because of what you're eating. It's your responsibility to fix the fact that you have chronic acne by changing what you're eating. And if you don't, well, you're just broken. Okay, so there's a lot of pressure to control your food. I have experienced a lot of pressure to control my food. I've gone through years of food restriction, not eating dairy, taking out gluten. I've been vegan for years. I've gone raw vegan. I've gone paleo. I've gone keto. I have tried many, many different diets. And what I found is that none of them really changed my acne. None of them did. Now, sure, if I eat horribly, really processed food, I'll notice some changes in the amount of acne that I have. But at the end of the day, what I know, my experience was that going vegan and cutting out processed sugars and cutting out gluten and being super strict didn't help. It didn't help. And the same with being paleo and cutting out all of the kind of bad things that are supposed to cause acne. So the reason why I think that this mentality is so toxic is that personally, for me, being like basically coerced, like there's so much pressure, like all these YouTube videos, everyone online, reading all the articles, there's so much blame. I felt like it was my fault. And I felt like, if I had any acne, if I slipped up, if I had a cookie, if I had a brownie, if I had a sandwich and some, if I had dairy, that I was causing my acne. And if only I could control what I ate enough, if only I restricted enough for long enough, then my acne would go away. And guys, that is not what happened. That's not what happened. I have had chronic acne since taking birth control for 5 years. For 5 years. And I know that what I eat is not causing my acne. It's not causing it. And I can't tell you, oh my God, when I finally let go, when I finally was like, what if I can just eat whatever I want? What if I just eat intuitively? And I just allow myself to have to have gluten and dairy and sugar every once in a while when I want to have that. Sure, I still want to have a healthy relationship to those things, but what if I'm not so strict about it? And once I did that, the amount of like freedom and self-love and acceptance and carefree that I experienced was amazing. And when I really was able to realize and experience in my body that I know that what I'm eating is not causing my acne, it's just like it set me free. It set me free. Because it's so toxic to constantly have to be, for me, evaluating what I'm eating. Is this going to cause my acne? Do I need to limit how much I eat or when I eat, or all of that? Is just, for me, was a very stressful relationship with food. And I'm going to make a whole other video about having a binge eating disorder for really like 12 years. And that my eating disorder was greatly influenced, if not like determined, by so many practitioners and articles telling me, restrict, restrict, restrict. You have to control your food. You have to control your food. And like, it's just like, yes, for some people, doing that is going to heal their acne. But I know for me that was not true. And ultimately, trying to do that was really stressful. And so I'm here to just kind of spread that message. It's a very counter status quo message. Not many people are saying it. And I think it's really important to consider and to think about like, hey, if you've tried a lot of diets and you still have acne, it's probably not what you're eating. I know for me, what's going on is digestive and hormonal challenges. And what I eat is not going to heal that. It is not going to heal that. I have tried, okay? The thing that's going to heal what I'm experiencing is what I'm doing now, working with a naturopath, working with doctors, going through treatment plans, getting tested, and really taking the steps to fix the fundamental roots that are going on, that's causing these challenges. Changing my diet may help with that, but it's not going to solve the problem. So I hope that this just kind of helps and gives you a different perspective on how to relate to food and how food may connect with your acne and how it may not, and how letting go of this mentality that what you're eating is causing your acne and therefore it's your fault, you are causing your acne, just letting that go and knowing that's not true. It's not true. It's not your fault. And you're doing everything that you can. And you are free to eat and enjoy eating because that's not the problem. what you're eating is not the problem. Okay, sending my wishes. Thanks for joining me.